It's so stupid, it's positively brilliant.
The Brilliant Reports podcast.
Listen, speaking of giving up cheeks, man, I don't know if you saw the Fyre Festival documentary.
Oh, I did see the Fyre
I
Festival
haven't seen
documentary.
it. I'm going to watch it today when I
Which
get
one
home.
you going to watch?
I'm
There's
going to watch
one
the
on
one on
Hulu
Netflix.
and there's one is on Netflix.
I
yeah.
only wanted to watch it. I needed to see the one that had the most Ja Rule in it. Because unlike a lot of people,
Yeah.
I give a fuck about what Ja Rule has to think about things.
Why?
Well,
if you watch this, you will stop.
No.
This guy, 50 was right. We always got to trust 50 Cent, okay? If 50
Why was he
Cent,
right?
Because this guy is the biggest fucking bozo you've ever seen.
Ja!
Bro.
Ja will
Dude.
fight you. Remember when Ja was on Common Sense and you hit him with that goddamn joke?
I didn't
When
get fought.
Listen, Andrew had on a Meek Mill
don't know.
t-shirt that said rappers' lives matter.
Rap lives matter instead of Black Lives
See-
Matter, right?
See, people forget one thing. Remember on Uncommon Sense when
Yeah.
Ja was up there and he was trying to tell us about the beef with 50 and he
Yo,
was
Tex really stole my moment.
like, no, he was like 51 one round.
Yeah.
After that, and then Tax was like, not really.
Not really.
What you didn't see, because it was a lot of editing, it was a succession of shots. It was the not really, and then it was Cass saying, nah, it was a lot of rounds. And then it was Andrew saying, if this was back then, you'd have been on this t-shirt.
Bro, it was a bar.
And Ja goes, I'm gonna fight. Straight up. I'm just gonna fight.
I don't recall that.
Yes, he did.
Did
he
he?
said, I'm gonna fight. He said, I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. Straight up, I'm just gonna fight. So,
Well, if he'd ever like to do it for charity, we could absolutely arrange that.
ooh.
Absolutely arrange that.
Is that our 2019
Josh,
Hezzy versus Jay
411.
Williams?
If you want to catch the next Hezzy, that's more than welcome
Ja
to do
Rule
that.
versus Andrew
Oh my
Schulz in the
God.
ring?
Don't forget Sticky Fingers. That's all I'm trying to say.
Oh!
Don't forget Sticky. Sticky got stuck.
Sticky let the white boy knock him out on MTV.
And remember-
Ja let the white boy knock him out on YouTube.
And who we gonna do it? But for charity, obviously. You know what we should do? We should raise money for that lady that they fucked over in the Fyre Festival. So there's this woman.
All
there's
Ja
who
got to do is go over
catered-
there and perform always on time.
Nah, you're right.
That's
you're
all.
right, you're right,
Ja
yeah,
go
yeah.
over there and do always on time. You know what I'm saying? Put it on me, get that $100,000 right back.
But for the lady, so if you'll watch it, there's a Bahamian lady that put $50,000 of her own money,
Okay.
right, up to like provide the catering for the event, right, thinking she was going to make the money
Oh, so
back.
she bought all the food and all of that stuff like
all
that.
the workers and everything, and that
Gotcha.
was her savings, her like life savings up to that point. Never got a penny of it back, and she's talking about it, and she's got this really amazing, way of dealing with life, that you grow up having on the islands, which
Yeah.
is sometimes shit gets washed away, but she's kind of like breaking down in tears as she's talking about it. She's like, I don't like talking about it because it brings up these feelings, this kind of stuff.
How
And
long
it's
is that
like,
food supply? She had a nice little food supply for
Yeah, it was 6,000 people that were supposed to be there, and she was giving them cheese sandwiches. But that's a lot of cheese sandwiches. It's going to end up being $50,000. You got to pay all these different people to cook. You got to pay all.
Yeah.
So it's like she's like breaking down, and that was the most gut wrenching part of the doc, man. You're like, yo, y'all really fucked over this lady, like this lady right here,
I gotta watch it, man.
bro. You're gonna watch. You're gonna be like, yo, that's my mom. How did they fuck over my mom?
I just saw one clip that I thought was amazing.
Which one?
Billy and Andy.
Billy and Andy?
Billy and goddamn Andy. When Andy said that.
Oh, he's gonna suck
something
dick
about
for the water.
Avion water. Yeah. And
Yo,
then-
we take for granted water. That's the. It's like water just comes out of our faucet,
Yes.
so we're like, I don't need to suck dick for that. But
Yes.
you spend a week in the desert with no water.
Come on,
let
man.
me tell you, so you're gonna use that last saliva to suck a dick.
$175,000 worth of water, and Billy wanted Andy to go suck a dick, to get that water
and
through.
Andy said, I took some mouthwash.
Bro, I didn't see a problem with it. Like, listen, we got to talk about this for a second.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Billy didn't put a gun to Andy's head. He didn't pressure Andy. He didn't tell Andy, look, you're going to be fired if you don't do this. First of all, it's two things that really made me think about this shit. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Number one, Billy knew exactly which one of his employees to ask to suck the dick.
The gay guy.
Right?
Yeah.
Immediately, right?
You're already gay.
Said to Andy, look, they won't let the water through, but if you go down there and get this guy some head, we can get the water. Andy didn't ask him no questions. My first question would have been, well, who negotiated this? All right, did the water people say, hey, if you send somebody down here to suck my dick, I'll let the water through? Like, how did it get to this? Like,
I'd tell Billy straight up and be like, I'm be honest, my dick sucks aren't worth $175K.
How did it get to that?
You gonna get $10K out of this.
$175,000?
Bro, that's a lot of confidence in me.
Bruh. Listen, Andy must have sucked Billy's dick before.
Hey!
Come on now. Billy must have been like, I know who got that fire head. All right? Okay, fire head at the Fyre Festival. I know who got that fire head to go down there and get this water through. Andy didn't ask no questions. Andy went and took a shower just in case.
You never know.
More than the
You
dick
never
suck
know.
popped off.
That's $175,000. You gotta smell good.
Come on, man.
I need a good smelling dick.
Come
suck.
on. Gargled. Like, I didn't see the problem.
Hold on. What water he gargle with? If you already had water, you don't think
But
hey,
mouthwash.
Oh, it was mouthwash. I'm just saying, you don't
mouthwash.
think that he was at his fucking villa or whatever drinking some
Mouthwash.
water? All right.
Mouthwash. I just didn't. Everybody was like, that was so fucked up. I'm like, he gave Andy a choice. He told Andy what the problem was. This is the solution. Will you do it for me?
Bro, it was insane.
Man, what the fuck did Andy do? What did Billy do wrong?
Everything. He did literally
I'm talking about
everything wrong with that fast
moment.
food.
In that,
he gave him an
if I come to
opportunity.
you,
You
Andrew,
made
and
the
I go,
choice.
I go, Andrew.
Yeah.
Look, hey, they want to give us $10 million for the podcast.
Yeah.
But the only way to get the $10 million for the podcast is if you go suck his dick.
You see what I'm doing right now? What am I doing?
You're getting us that $10 million.
What am I doing though? You got to describe it for the people listening.
You're getting us that $10 million.
I'm stretching my jaw
That's
as
all.
you come with the
Whose
offer.
dick is that big?
I gotta be prepared. You don't know. A $10 million dick ain't gonna be a little one. Okay? It ain't gonna be the Go-Gurt.
Yo, Andy didn't ask no questions.
He said, I
I
gotta
gotta
do
make
it.
him nut. Like, what I gotta do? Like, nothing. Andy just like,
Obviously,
fuck
you
it.
gotta make him nut, bro. You can't just wrap it around and then go.
Moral of the story is Andy can work for me any goddamn day.
Oh,
You need those
an
type of
Andy.
soldiers, bro.
That's the
What?
first thing I thought about
on,
too,
man.
bro. I was like, you need somebody that dedicated to your cause.
Everybody always talking about take one for the team. Take exactly what for the team? Okay, what the fuck are you taking for the team exactly? All right?
One of my best friends growing up went to Fyre Fest.
He went? I thought there wasn't a Fyre Fest, though.
No, he went. All those people went down there.
Really?
And then it got canceled while I was down there. But we had him on Flagrant 2 talking about it. And he said he had a fucking blast.
I'm sure. First of all, if you
A
can't...
fucking blast. But he's like, it was total mayhem. But you got to understand, this is what made me realize it. Everybody buying into Fyre Fest is trying to buy into cool, right? They're mostly, if you even watch the documentary, it's all dorks who were in the documentary.
What
And
was
they're
it? It
trying
was supposed to be a concert?
It was like a concert destination thing. It was like Coachella, but on an island.
Yeah.
But the whole idea is what they're getting you is like, hey, I'm a loser. They know that you feel like a loser inside, but if you're at this event or you're at this thing, then you'll feel cool, right? It's basically Instagram, but on an island, right?
Got you.
I'm gonna post this picture of my life that's way better, and people like me, and that's what they're taking advantage of. And he basically goes, and the whole thing falls apart, but they find like 15 people, a bunch of hot chicks who are also there. They steal a few cases of the tequila and the Prosecco that they had, and they bribe some guy on some golf carts to take him to a different beach, and they just fucking partied on the other
You're
beach.
in
until
the
they were kicked out.
Bahamas.
Bro.
You could have made the most out of that situation.
Easily. I don't know if you've been to the Bahamas. Ain't a lot of shit there.
It's
You just got to
exactly
chill on the beach
beach.
anyway. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but that's a perfect example of like all these people going, they were just trying to buy into this event to give them equity and cool, right? I need to be here so everybody can see me. It's like buying bottles at a club. We should.
Instagram
I want
pictures.
to talk about that because what's the guy's name? Dame Dash. He had made a great point, and
What'd
it
he
really
say?
blew my fucking mind. It's not about Fyre Fest. Bottles ruined nightclubs. They
Why?
fucking ruined. And I might have to do a little more listening to Dame, bro, because I remember when he was saying that thing like, you know, if you don't have your own boss, you're a slave or something.
He
I was like,
wasn't
that's-
wrong, though. Dame was wrong about one thing in that Breakfast Club interview.
What's that?
And I've talked to him about that. You can't just shit on people who have
jobs. That was my issue.
And he has since amended that and said, you know, he wasn't right with saying that. Because if I was his employee,
You'd be upset.
I'd be upset. Like, that's how you look
Yeah.
at me? You know what I'm saying? Like, every boss
Yes.
needs
I think it was
employees.
communication. I think
Yeah,
his issue
yeah,
was
yeah.
communication. What
But
we should
everything else he was
aspire
saying
to
was right.
Bro, and I was listening to him, just little clips of him on the Nick Cannon podcast or show or whatever it is.
Cannon's
But
class.
he had some fucking bars, man. He really kind of understood humanity in a lot of ways. So it's like he was talking about how bottles killed a nightclub.
I wonder why he said that. I didn't watch the whole
Bro,
class. I saw half of it.
I was talking to a friend of mine, right? This girl who's in. Did you know that like 75% to 90% of these nightclubs in New York City are staged?
What do you mean?
Like when you go to One Oak, right? And you see not only the tables, but the girls there, they're all paid to be there.
What do you mean? Like the bottle girls?
No, not the girls giving you the bottles, the girls that are at the tables for the bottles. So this is how it works, right? She broke
don't
the whole
understand
shit
what you
down. Okay. So you go to One Oak, right?
Okay.
There's a bunch. First of all, there's no more just kind of hang out and dance or go to the bar. A lot of these places barely even have a bar, right? The whole thing is function off the tables, right?
Yeah, they make all their money off tables.
All the money is off the tables, right? Everybody else is just in the way. If you ever go to a place and you're not at a table, you're literally in the way.
I still think you make more money off the regular bar, but you make a lot of guaranteed money off the tables.
No. All of it is off tables. That's where the business is, right? So what they do is this. They have promoters, and there's 2 tiers of promoters.
Mm-hmm.
One promoter gets paid to bring models there, basically, right?
That I know.
And the promoters have a table, and they get like $200 a model. Now, these models that end up going get between $60 to $90 to go, or they get housed in these apartments that fit like 9 in one apartment, right? So all these smoking hot chicks that you're trying to change their life at the club are living 9 to an apartment in Manhattan, sharing 2 bathrooms.
Not all of them, though. One Oak probably did that, but not all of them.
All of them.
Nah, because you got like Remy
ready?
Martin. Like Remy Martin would
ready?
do that. Remy Martin had the Remy Martin girls that they would hire to be at the event.
Sure.
Or like the Star Tenders. That's the Star Tenders combined all of that. Instead of having Bernice just sit there, how about let Bernice serve the drinks?
Sure, absolutely, right? So it's like, so these promoters don't just do one club, they'll do 3. So the deal is for the girls is, hey, you can live in this house. You got to come out with me 3 nights. We're going to 3 different clubs. And you hang out by the table at the club. They're basically cattle, right? And they have to be moved from one place to another place, etc. Now, so those girls that you're trying to hit on, buy drinks, etc., they're working. They're not even there. You're not going to get no pussy. Matter of fact, they can't even leave with you because they have to be there up until a certain time.
Yeah, that had
right?
to be. That's probably like 10 years ago, though.
What do you mean?
Because you don't, like now.
You're saying that it's not now? Because I'm telling you, I know someone who's currently employed in this now. I'm not asking you how it is. I'm telling you how it is now.
I used to promote parties. I used to be in the club.
I fuck girls that still do it.
I used to get paid for this shit.
You live in Jersey. What I'm trying to say is,
I'm not saying you're wrong, but I used to get paid for this shit. You know, that's the whole hip hop lifestyle.
I'm not saying it's not.
But what I'm saying is now, Instagram is what makes people want to stunt and buy bottles. The thing that really made people want to buy bottles was the presentation. When you started bringing these bottles out and they had the sparkles on them and they were stopping the music and shouting you the fuck out.
You really think people buying bottles for sparklers?
Hell yes.
No.
You see what Taylor said? Hell yes.
That's what girls do.
Yes.
Listen.
But it's not the sparkles. It's the attention.
And what does the attention bring you?
Attention.
Girls. The only reason people are buying bottles is because girls come to the table.
I mean, it's a combination of it all. It's attention. Like, they want the attention from the club.
I'm not going to overpay for vodka by 10 times if there's no vagina attached to it.
Not true. You know who the biggest groupies in the clubs are nowadays?
Who?
Guys. You know who's rushing to be in the VIP sections?
Clubs,
you know who's rushing? You know who's rushing to be in the VIP sections?
Yeah.
Dudes.
Not
you know
mine.
who the hottest dude in the VIP is right now?
Who?
Meek Mill. If you can rush to be in the VIP section to stay next to Meek Mill and take a picture, you are the man.
Sure. Okay, that's fair in terms of celebrity. I'm just saying the way that the clubs function, right? So it's like the reason why we're buying bottles is so we can have a table to sit. There's no other seating in the club at all, and everybody's just kind of like in the way or maybe at the bar, etc. And the girls are going to gravitate towards the tables because they can dance on the couches, etc. But now it's completely staged, and what they do is they have a couple premier tables in the club that are minimum $10,000 entry, whatever.
Yeah,
and it's just
been though.
Yeah, of course. But a lot of people don't know this. You know this. You're in the game, but a lot of people might not know it. And those tables are always purchased by like tourists. Somebody coming from Dubai, someone coming from Mexico, someone coming from Miami, some big money out of town people. No like regular folks. There was a time in New York where you could go out and like a couple people bought bottles, maybe they didn't, but you could meet girls at the club, like it was fine. Now all the girls there are paid. Everything's fake.
It depends too though. It depends who's in the club. Like rappers, athletes, they still buy tables. Drug dealers definitely still buy tables. And it depends where you at. If they go to Miami, they buying tables. Like these same dudes in New York who may not buy a table at One Oak, they're going to buy a table and live.
Sure, we have to, right?
Yeah.
Like if I'm in Vegas with somebody for, bachelor party or something, you buy the table because that's what the custom is now, right? That's like almost the expectation, but we're overpaying so much to be in this completely staged environment.
Little Mo just said this on the Breakfast Club. Little Mo was talking about how she went to the fight, the AB Pacquiao fight, and after the fight, she wanted to go to Dre's.
Dre's.
But it was $15,000 a table.
Dude.
And she was like, well, I'm not paying that shit. She was like, and Adrian Broner's not going, so I'm not going. But it's also a minimum of people that can be at the table with you. So that's the other way they get
Maximum too.
Yeah.
Right? They're like, it's $15,000, but you can't have more than 8 people, and it's got to be X amount of dudes. It's like, it's a complete.
It's a hustle,
bro. It's
complete
bullshit hustle.
No, main reason I always feel stupid buying a bottle in the club, which I never do anymore.
Right.
But I always felt stupid because you buy a bottle of, say, Remy in the club. It's $40, $50 in the liquor store.
And it's $400 fucking dollars.
And like that shit never made any sense. It never made any economical sense.
Dave Attell's got a really funny joke. He's like, instead of buying a $300 bottle to meet girls, why don't you just hand girls $300? Like, wouldn't they come over to talk to you way easier that way?